All right, let's begin. We are now in the book of Deuteronomy, which in Hebrew, the name of this book is Devarim, which means words. And this Torah portion opens up with, these are the words that Moses addressed to all Israel. So this is the final book of the Torah, and it's basically the words of Moses, the final words of Moses. Now, the fact that Devarim consists mostly of Moses' words is kind of funny because if you remember back in Exodus, Moses tried to turn down this job offered to him by God because he said he was not a man of words. Another thing that's interesting is that since Exodus, God's words are spoken through Moses. In Deuteronomy, there's a switch. These are Moses' words. Moses is reiterating God's teachings and telling the people to follow God's commandments. As we begin to read the book of Devarim, the Israelites are standing on the Jordan, on the other side of the land promised to them. And Moses is standing there with the people that he has led for the last 40 years. And he knows that his leadership and his days on this earth are coming to an end, and that he himself will not be allowed to enter into the promised land. Can you imagine if you knew that you were going to die, and you have to give one final speech for the people that you have been leading all these years, or one final speech to your children, or one final speech for anyone that you were responsible for? What would you say? And you know that it has to have a lasting impact. You do not want your people to make the same mistakes they've been making this entire time. It is under these circumstances that Moses launches into his final farewell speech. And that's the book of Deuteronomy. Another thing you need to know about the book of Deuteronomy is that almost everything in this book has been stated before, although in a different context. Because Deuteronomy is basically a reiteration of everything that has happened to the Israelites since they have been wandering in the desert for the last 40 years. So my takeaway from this week's Parsha Devarim, is the power of words. And remember, Devarim means words, and we can never underestimate the power of words. Judaism always emphasizes the importance of words, both for those who say the words and those that hear the words, for those who read the words and for those who write the words. And I have to say that in today's political climate, we cannot treat words lightly, and we must take care to choose our words carefully. Because once our words are out there, we can't get them back. We can't retrieve them. All right, that's all I got. That's it for today's Torah lesson. I know it was a little long, but thanks for sticking with me. And if you're not already, please follow me on Twitter. My username is right there. And also follow me on Facebook. I put the username there. All right, you guys have a great day. I almost forgot. If you have any questions, concerns, curiosities, whatever, feel free to let me know. I welcome feedback.